If you know you're going to go somewhere and get into a fight, what do? You call all your homeboys and your homegirls.
It's action, action, action. I think action movies are making a comeback. That sort of 80s, 90s, authentic, real in-camera action.
We grew up in an era of 80s and 90s movies where a lot of it was captured in camera with special effects and indeed with stunts. And we always lean in that direction. So when you see somebody fighting and jumping and things blowing up, they're really fighting.
Excuse
and they're really
me.
rolling down the stairs and things are really blowing up.
We're at a time now where these stunt coordinators, second unit directors are coming up and just, blowing the roof off action cinema.
Best action doesn't come from any one person. It comes from a group of people. Felix Betancourt is a wrestler and a breakdancer. Troy Robinson is the most decorated stuntman from America. And then Justin Yu is a world kung fu champion. They're definitely my dream team.
Marco, I'm going to have you start on your back and rock up so we get the energy. We're always constantly trying to look for what's new or what's greater, what's out of the box, what's different. The choreo wasn't necessarily easy, we don't want to repeat what other people have done. We don't want to repeat what we have done. There was not a lot of prep time. I think there was only 7 weeks, boots on the ground, us marching ahead, working with the locals and collaborating with them, finding the best talent.
We didn't have all of the actors all of the time, so getting the rehearsal time was tricky. I'm out there shaking it down with the brothers, but they're doing a lot of the squeeze. It's been that way since we started prevising. Prevising changed the action game completely.
Previs is basically our Bible. It's a one camera shot edited into a sequence where everybody can understand what the action is. So when we do actually end up in a location, the camera team, the lighting team, the grips, everybody knows where they could be. So where they light the actors, where the whole entire prop team can stand and everything like that. When we come on the day, we usually shoot 3 cameras. That's good right there. And within those 3 cameras, sometimes the main camera doesn't always work. And what we do is we call it proof of concept. We have Felix go in there right away and starts editing the dailies. So when we see it, we can see okay, use take 3, but use the end of take 3 and then use take 2, so then we can cut back and forth, and then let's see how that sequence flows.
Bloody hell!
You can literally go from shooting that section of the fight, go in and then 10 seconds later, you can see it dropped into the timeline of the actual fight backstage, where it's been dropped in and edited. And if something was missed, you know that you can get that before you leave the set.
When the actors take a peek, they lose their minds.
Gives them confidence.
And I think that confidence
Excuse
level
me
of
again.
knowing you look good right now, they're ready to fight again. They're ready to go, okay, let's do another. Matter of fact, can I do one more take? I know I can be better. And it's like, sure, let's go ahead and do it.
Our proof of concept makes it to where the actors are happy, the producers are happy, the studio and everybody in the whole entire team sees what that sequence looks like before it even reaches the editing room.
We know that we're working with the best quality action designers in Hollywood.
Nice, very nice. That was great.
But one of the first things we worked on was, I think it was the Love Death montage.
That's right.
Felix's background with dance and music and everything like that, we capitalized on that. We asked him for a lot of choreo that could be funny and loving, and a lot of dance moves where we can have both characters made up together, do some cool, outstanding moves and cool transitions.
But this movie, I was really paying attention to the Thomas Crown Affair from the 60s, the transition work. I did a lot of split screens. I wanted to be a little more stylized.
And then from there, we started really going down to the real nitty-gritty action stuff.
I've never met a person like Dave Bautista that is 260 pounds solid, tall, but is learning the choreography on the day.
They've tailor-made fight scenes for me. I'm getting an education in action.
I was actually blown away how he looks for such a big guy. High class jiu-jitsu. I mean, you guys killed it.
Amo esta puta canción.
We were trying to keep the choreo exactly the same in how we pre-visualized it. And actually, we did a little bit more than the previous.
3, 2, 1, action. They already have a previous before I arrived. So then it was me arriving and putting my input and making some changes, adjustments for my character.
Marco came on and he was like, I want to do flamingo dance. He was like, you got this, man.
Rehearsing, we were putting the music. So kind of like get a feel of like if you do a move and then you finish, you know, and then kind of like kind of the hits will, it's the tempo of the music. In flamenco, you know, you use a lot of the boots to make sounds. So that sounds can mix the boots and the kick, and then you finish in a nice position, you know. So that it helps to have the music there to kind of follow a little the tempo.
We have hand-to-hand, and we have acrobatics,
Very dynamic, explosive spins and kicks,
and then to the ground.
but it turns more into like an MMA ground and pound fight, very violent.
Tranquilo, asesino.
We having to come back up and then do some sword work.
It was very intense. It was very, very cool.
And then we'll do a pickup
The
from...
fight team and the action team, we don't even communicate with words anymore. You know, like it's just, hey, you know, less of that and more of that. You know, like because I've been on the road with him so much. We've done so many movies all over the world. You know, I'm just lucky to have them. You know, they're just amazing talents. I think they'll all be directing soon enough.